Hey, howdy, friends. It's Steve DePoe here with the Rose Realty team with this week's real estate vlog for North Texas. Hey, today we want to talk about the 5 issues with new construction homes. You know, Rose and I have sold and helped, well, actually, technically, helped buyers buy new construction homes a lot here in the Metroplex. To be honest with you, more than we thought that we ever would. And the 10 or so years that we've been in the business. But there's actually some things you have to watch out for as a buyer, and sort of a kind of lends credibility as to why you need to work with an agent who knows their stuff when you're buying a new construction home. So number one is poor workmanship. So that's the most common issue with new construction homes. This can be lent itself to being sloppy, time of the year. Often the problem is because the construction team or the builder is being rushed to, number one, either finish on time, maybe there's a penalty clause in there, or they're working with the inexperienced labor. Now, this is really prevalent during and just after COVID, okay, where builders were hiring, so the construction teams were leaving, they were going home, and they were working the job, and so they had to hire, like, truck in a truck, we call them, anybody off the street. Not every builder was doing that, but some were, and so then the quality of the workmanship then suffered. Material quality issues. So this isn't always necessarily specifically related to the building materials in the house. Sometimes what builders try to do, and probably more often than I care to mention, they'll put not necessarily inferior or broken appliance in your house, but you'll be building a house, let's say in 2024, and the air conditioning system or the hot water heater will be manufactured in 2022 or 2023. Okay, you have to understand what month of the year it is. Right now, if you got a 2023, that'd be like okay. But if we're talking about May and June and you're getting a 2023 water heater, I'm thinking they've got some leftovers someplace that they're trying to get rid of. We also have to watch out for the quality of the materials and the building materials, in terms of those materials that you can't really see easily when you're looking at the house. So we're probably talking about studs and maybe some drywall and roofing materials and attic materials. They use sometimes they use leftover from another build. Therefore, you get sort of a poorer quality kind of material. Hey, before we go on, do me a favor, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's www.youtube.com/@movingtodallas. Hey, if you're watching this vlog, there's a good possibility you're already on YouTube. You'll get updates. You'll get notices about when we create new video and new content, which is at least a minimum a weekly basis. We really thank you, and we appreciate you for supporting us and our channel, and frankly, our real estate business. System malfunctions and mechanical issues. So again, this kind of stems back a little bit to the trades that the builders use. Okay, what most builders will do is they will get a set of what we call trades. So drywallers or roofers or people who do cement, whatever, and they'll stick with them. Okay, because it's one company to talk to about the electrical issues or what have you, and then the builder carries a little bit more weight, a little bit more pop with that particular company, because, well, we're using you for all of our framing jobs. The issues come up in terms of systems and or mechanical issues is when, again, the builder or the trade supplier has to give them additional people, and maybe they're overextended, they don't have enough people. There's a problem throughout the whole country right now of people staying on the people staying on the job. There's actually a guy we know right now that does custom cabinets, and he said he's got this tiered approach to how much you get an hour, and one of the tiers is actually if you show up. You know, I kind of understand that. That means I could get a job there and get paid $15 an hour and not even show up. You know, that'd be great. Pay me. Like a no-show job like a congressman, right? But the trade suppliers, one of the issues is with number one, having inexperienced people installing your HVAC or your circuit panel or something like that. The other issue is with some of the manufacturers, some of the mechanical systems, getting them from companies, you know, who's ever supplying the HVAC and whatever. You know, they've got people that are manufacturing those, whether it's here in the States or in China or something like that. And are people showing up there? So that's the question. And do they have the right materials? You know, again, so it's good to have inspections. It's good to have double checks to make sure that things are going along correctly. Structural issues. Well, you know, most homes experience most homes don't experience many things in terms of structural issues because there's surveys and there's perk tests for the ground, et cetera, et cetera. But there's always those issues. There was a builder in Plano, Texas, which isn't far from here. We service that area. In Plano, Texas, the whole community had to have their foundations redone 10 years after people moved in because they did the foundations incorrectly. This happened to be a builder from out of town that didn't understand our soil, and so they came in and just, you know, threw in the foundation that they thought, you know, would work. They threw it in there, built the house, and 10 years later, there's all kinds of settling and kind of stuff like that. So we've got to get you've got to get the right people in there who understand the environment, who understand the structure, and understand how to build a house in North Texas. And then building codes, compliance, and safety. This is mainly the responsibility of two people: the builder himself and the town that house being built in, because they'll bring in inspectors in to make sure that they're staying up to building code. The safety issues have to do with the safety issues around the job site. So the way that they're building and that they have cones up and those kinds of things. And so again, most of the inspectors that I've come in contact with or A-rated, you know, and that they adhere to the code and compliance and safety issues so that no one's going to get hurt and there's not going to be any problem. You know, the real important thing here when we talk about all of these items, it's important for homeowners and buyers to conduct a thorough inspection and ensure that the proper warranties are in place when dealing with new construction. That mitigates the risks, but doesn't mitigate the inconvenience. So what we propose on the Rose Realty team is that we hire an inspector to be there from day one. Okay, and he's in there at certain milestones, checking up things, checking out to make sure things are going well. He's probably not going to buck the county or town inspector that much, but what he is going to do is he's going to document. He's going to follow through the chain, and he's going to make sure that things are done correctly. Hey, next week, 5 must-do things at Fort Worth. Hey, we covered Denton and we covered Dallas, and now we're going to do Fort Worth. So we're going to get the trifecta going there. 5 must-do fun things to do in Fort Worth. This is Steve. I am with the Rose Realty team. I'm out.